My name is Bo Manette. I'm a senior at TCU. I am a leader at Encounter, and I lead a community group. And I have been to Guatemala, Kenya, and Spain with all of the summer projects and mission trips that I've been through Encounter. The gospel is the most important thing you can bring to someone. As Paul says in Romans 1, that he is not ashamed of the gospel because it is the power of God to bring salvation to those who believe in it. It's so important because if no one goes and if no one is sent to tell people about this good news, then no one's gonna understand, no one's gonna know about, first of all, their sin that they're stuck in, and know about the good news that Jesus himself came to tell his disciples, and that he commissioned his disciples to say, "Go, therefore, make disciples of all nations and baptize them."
My name is Angelica Vaughn. I'm a senior at TCU, and I am on Encounter's leadership team as well as the worship team, and I've been to Kenya and Spain. The gospel is our only hope in life, and without it, we have no other hope or anything to really look forward to after life. If it wasn't for the gospel, there would be no point. So for me, going out and sharing that is something I feel more than called to do, and that if I don't do it, who will?
So my first summer project was to Kenya in 2021, and specifically it was really cool to see how the message not only affected two guys that I grew in friendship with. One was Amos and one was Julius. How they thought they knew to be a good person, and that's what it means to be a Christian. But what they came to understand was that everyone inherently is not good, but can know a good and perfect God through simply trusting in Jesus and putting their faith in him.
In Kenya, I met a girl at one of the universities there. She'd kind of had a rough background, and we bought her lunch and just sat down and shared the gospel with her. And I remember drawing the bridge out for her just in my notebook, and afterwards just her eyes lit up and she looked at it and kind of looked at me and was like, "I can have that?" And I was like, "Yeah, anybody can have that." And just seeing her face light up with the true joy of Christ, knowing that the gospel's for everybody and anybody can have it.
Dude, students are not gonna get another chance like this after college. I mean, realistically, we're gonna get jobs. Lord willing, we're gonna have families, and we're just not gonna have a better time to go on mission trips surrounded by our closest community, our church friends, and to be provided opportunities like this to go to a third world country or to go to Europe for a month and a half and share the gospel with other college students. You don't get that opportunity all the time.
It really doesn't matter if you have any experience coming into summer projects or Guatemala. Anybody can do it. The Lord will provide you with what you need to go. It's just a time where you can be in community with some of your friends and people you might not know from Encounter that will end up being some of your best friends ever.
The message of the gospel is not just for unbelievers, but for all believers to grow in and realize and meditate on every single day, knowing that we are bought at a price, and it's a daily surrender to that message, to God, knowing that only by grace we are saved. And that message of grace is what pushed me on in Kenya and what still pushes me on to this day.